Hey y'all, happy Monday. Really quick word because the girl is busy. I feel super overwhelmed today, so pray for me. Just so much work to do at work. It feels like a freaking Monday. The Monday is Monday of the Mondays, okay? So pray for your girl. But I wanted to get on here and give a quick word because this is for somebody. What was I saying? I was just distracted by a text message. Let me just give you all this dream, the interpretation, who it's for, catch the word. But what the Lord is saying is that many of you are chasing a person. This could be for a man or a woman, but I'm going to speak from a woman's perspective and how I saw it in this dream. Many of you are chasing a person that has a very dark heart. God has tried to show you that this is not the person for you. He has brought the person that is for you in your life, and you have totally overlooked this person. And the excuses that you used to bypass the person that God has for you doesn't even make sense. But you're trying to compare the person God has for you to a person that your flesh desires, and there is no comparison because who God has for you is the best choice. Okay? God says to guard your heart, for out of it flows the issues of life, meaning whatever your heart is focused on, those are the things that you're going to be drawn to. And we talked about this a lot, how many of you will have dreams and you wake up, God showed me this is my spouse, and you chase this person and you're standing for 8, 9, 10 years. God tells us life is fleeting. Why do you think he would make you stand for decades upon decades for a person? He's already died on a cross for that person. You can't save them. So yeah, he'll have you stand for a time, but some of y'all standing because that's what your heart desires, okay? Other prophetic voices probably won't tell y'all this. They want the followers. I don't care about no followers, okay? If God told me today, Nina, cut your YouTube, your time on YouTube is done, I'd be like, love y'all, goodbye, okay? Because this is not a cakewalk. This would free up a lot of time, okay? So I'm on YouTube because I'm a voice for God, not because this is something I desire or want fame from it. Child, please, no ma'am. But some of you guys are standing and chasing people that have dark hearts. They don't mean well. And God has presented the person that you're supposed to be with. This person has even showed you qualities, but you come up with some kind of excuse as to why this person isn't for you because your heart is focused on this other person that operates in darkness. And whatever your heart is focused on, those are the issues that are going to arise in your life. So many of you you're having dreams and all of these things based on this person because that's what your heart is focused on. But when your heart is focused on God, he's able to give you the dreams and the visions that pertain to what he has for your life. He's able to give it to you, but he's not going to be in competition with whatever else your heart is focused on. A lot of you are idolizing a person that's walking in darkness that is not for you. And you're about to walk through this tunnel and there is no light on the end of the tunnel. What is waiting for you is darkness. Okay? What is waiting for you is darkness. That person is not for you. They never will be for you because that's not who God has for you. Does that mean that this person will always be that way? Nope. They can very well give their life to the Lord, but this person was never destined to be your husband or to be your wife if this is for a man. They're somebody's husband or somebody's wife, but it ain't yours. But you're so stuck because it's what your flesh desires. Okay? So last night I had this dream and I was in this apartment or this house. I don't know which one. And I was in there with some girl who in the dream, I knew she was a friend of mine. I don't know this girl in waking life. I don't know who she is. But in the dream, she was like a friend of mine, so to speak. And there was a guy in this house too. And I knew that the girl who was my friend in the dream and this guy would make a perfect match together. He was such a gentleman. He was just the nicest person. And I knew that they were supposed to be together. So I was kind of like playing the matchmaker to hook them up with one another, right? Not sexually, but just to get them together. And I had the guy make dinner for this young lady, and he cooked her a really good, nice dinner, right? And when he served it to her, she like accepted the dinner, but she started to complain about certain things about the dinner, and they weren't even true complaints. She was just complaining to complain because she didn't want to like him. Like, she was so focused on her ex-boyfriend or this person that's in her life at the moment. I don't know if he was an ex or whatever, but this is someone that she had been dealing with for a while. Her mind was so focused on that person, she began to complain about this very nice, good dinner that this man had prepared for her. And it was like he almost prepared like a romantic setting for her. And she began to complain. And I'm like looking at her as I'm in the house like, there's nothing wrong with this food. I'm like, this guy is a really good guy. And I knew they were supposed to be together. So the scene switches and the girl is walking through a dark tunnel, okay? She's walking through the tunnel and I'm behind her, following her. And she was telling me that her ex-boyfriend or whoever this man is outside waiting for her. So she's like, just walk with me. And she's like, be calm, be cool, whatever. And it's a dark tunnel, guys. As I look ahead down the tunnel, I see a door opening like at the end of the tunnel, but all I see is darkness on the other side. I know that it's nighttime on the other side of this door. But again, we're walking through a very dark tunnel as well. And she's telling me, be cool, you know, he's here, he's gonna give me somewhere to live or whatever she was saying to me, but she was telling me to just be cool, just act calm or whatever. So immediately in my spirit, I discerned that this person was of darkness. Like, I knew that we were not supposed to go down to that door. I immediately felt uneasy in my spirit, and I turned around and I start running the other way through the tunnel. And she was talking to me. She's like, I told you to be cool. She's like, act calm. Like, he's gonna know something's up. And she's like, be cool. I was running, guys. She was still walking towards that door. I had turned around and I was gone. Like, I knew that what was at that door on the other side was evil. I knew it. She's still trying to calm me down, but I was not paying her no attention. I started running the other way. And as she was walking forward, still going towards this door, she began to talk to me as I'm running to make it to where this man who's on the other side of this door wouldn't get like skeptical and, you know, start getting in panic mode. Like, she wanted to keep him calm. So she tried to act like I was like calm on the other side of the tunnel, if that makes sense. Like, she tried to have a conversation with me as I'm running. And she was like, okay, I'll see you later then. And I'm like, bye. And I was still running, but she was trying to make it so that the guy on the other side of the door wouldn't realize that I knew something was wrong, right? So she wanted to keep him calm. And that was the end of the dream, okay? So let me break this down. Pretty self-explanatory. The first part of the dream, I'm in this house with these two people I don't know. There's a female and a male. I knew they belonged together. Like, I knew they were supposed to be together. So I was almost like playing a matchmaker, guys. I am a prophetic voice for the Lord. But my name, my real government name is Christina. That means follower of Christ, okay? My middle name is Annette, and it's the surname of Hannah, and it means favored, okay? Now, what the Lord is showing in this part is that whoever this person is for, he has favored you, okay? Again, my name is Messenger of Christ, so in this dream, the Lord was literally using me as one of his messengers, okay? But he's saying, you are favored. God has shown favor for you. He has a person that he has presented to you, okay? Or he has spoken to you about this person, because it happens in the spirit before it happens in the natural. Some of you, he's presented this person to you and you've totally overlooked and start complaining about this person, about what they don't do right, what they don't have, blah, 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 blah. And these are fake complaints. You're only complaining because your flesh desires the old. Your flesh desires the person God told you is not for you. And you're still hard down desiring this person, okay? I'm trying to put these two together, and the guy is all for it. He prepared such a nice meal for her, like almost a romantic setup, and it was just calm. There was so much peace in the house. Like, he was a good guy, and I knew these two belonged together. But once he served her and, you know, they sat down or whatever, she began to complain about everything on her plate, and they were the stupidest complaints. I don't even remember what she was saying in the dream, but I knew that they were stupid complaints, and the complaints weren't valid. Like, there was nothing wrong with the food. There was nothing wrong with this guy, but she could not get her mind off of this ex-boyfriend or this other person that she was thinking about. So she couldn't enjoy the feast that was prepared for her. Catch this spiritually. She couldn't enjoy the feast that was prepared for her by the person that she was supposed to be with, because her mind was focused on the darkness, this person that is not for her. Okay? As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Okay? A lot of issues. Guard your heart, for the issues of life flows from it. Okay? Your heart is deceitful. And if it's not set on God, it will deceive you and cheat you out of your blessings. Okay? Who can understand the heart? Nobody but God. Okay? That's in scripture, and we're going to hit some of these scriptures. But her heart was focused on this other person. So she could not get what was prepared for her right in front of her face. Okay? She was literally complaining about nothing, because all she can think about was this guy. Okay? So the scene switches, and we're walking through this tunnel, and I don't know if I said this already, but as we're walking through this tunnel, she's in front of me, I'm following her, and she's telling me, you know, this guy is outside waiting for her, whatever. She was telling me he's gonna give her a place to live. And I think I said that in the dream before. I don't remember too much on my mind, guys. Just bear with me. But she was saying the guy, her ex-boyfriend, whoever this guy is gonna give her a place to stay. And he's outside. We're walking through this really dark tunnel, guys. And the tunnel represented his throat, like your throat passageway, and follow me, this is gonna make sense. It represented his throat. Your throat is like a tunnel. It's very dark, okay? But look at this spiritually. Your throat is what you use to speak, okay? Anything you speak comes from your heart, okay? So this tunnel represented his words, his dark words that come out of his mouth, as well as the depths of his heart, okay? As a man thinketh in his what? Heart, so is he. Okay, the tunnel represented a dark heart. Okay, and from a dark heart speaks death, comes words of death. Okay, but when someone's portraying themselves as an angel of light, like Satan does, okay, they will speak nice words and they don't mean any of it. And again, we're gonna back all of this up with scripture, but it represented what's in his heart and what he's speaking to her, making her believe what he's saying, but there's darkness there. And this person, whoever you are, you see the darkness and you're overlooking it. She knew there was darkness there. We're both walking through a dark tunnel. She's going ahead. I'm behind her, okay? As we're walking, she's telling me, be calm. He's going to give me a place to stay. I'm just going out here to meet him or whatever. I look down the tunnel and I see a door open, but I see darkness on the other side. So I knew it was at nighttime, guys. The door represented this person's heart, okay? It represented an opportunity, access, okay? And what she's thinking she was gonna get, this place to stay, whatever the case may be, what she was meeting on the other side of the tunnel is darkness. You ever hear people say there's light at the end of the tunnel? Yeah, there's light at the end of the tunnel when God or what he has for you is waiting on the other side. But when you choose yourself, excuse me, there is not light at the end of the tunnel. There is darkness at the end of the tunnel. Okay, and God was showing if she chooses to walk through this door, which clearly she was walking into darkness. And whoever this is for, God is saying, the path that you're traveling, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Yes, he is with his children that choose to follow his path. Okay, I'm walking with her. I immediately discerned in the spirit. I said no. I immediately discerned danger. I knew that what was on the other side of that door was not good. I took off running the opposite way. And she's screaming for me, I thought I told you to calm down, like be cool, because she didn't want him to think that something was wrong, when in reality, something was wrong. I knew darkness was waiting for her, and I was not about to be a part of it. So I took off running the other way. And she's still trying to play it off, talking to me like, okay, I'll see you later. And she's trying to talk loud so that he can hear as he's on the other side of the door, because this door was open. And I'm like, yeah, okay, bye. And I ran, like I'm running the opposite way. I knew that there was danger at the end of this tunnel. She kept walking, okay? That was the end of the dream. Let's sum this up. The Lord is saying, whoever this is for, okay, you're connected to darkness. Okay, and that darkness has you in a holding pattern. Okay, it has bondage chains over you. God has presented the person for you that you're supposed to be with, and you have overlooked this person. You have came up with every excuse in the book because your heart is drawn towards darkness. Okay, the spirit is always against the flesh, and the flesh is always against the spirit. Okay, you have a battle going on from this soul tie, and it's darkness. There is no light on the other side of the tunnel. So if you choose to walk through this door as in partner with this person, okay, the door represented the door to his heart. What's on the other side of him? Okay, so when you choose to partner with this person, you choose to go hand in hand, okay? Scripture says, how can two walk together unless they agree, okay? Darkness does not agree with light. You can't do anything with a dark person. So God was showing, you're walking through a dark tunnel. Again, the tunnel was his throat, his words. It's darkness. God can see the depths of a person's heart, okay? A tunnel is an underground passage, okay? An underground passage that people can't see if they're standing above ground, but God can understand the heart. It says we look at the outer appearance. God looks at the heart. And if you're connected to God, he will show you the heart of a person. You will know a tree by the fruit it bears, okay? I knew the tree on the other side of that door did not bear good fruit. And I turned around and took off. She's still walking towards this open door to darkness. And God has already spoken to you about this person, and you're still walking and listening to what they're saying. But if you walk through that door, there is darkness on the other side of the tunnel. If you walk through that door that they have open for you, there is darkness there. Okay? God says, I'll knock at the door, and if you let me in, I'll come dine with you. The door is your heart. It's not an actual house. That was his way of saying, open my heart, open your heart to me, and I'll come in. The door was a door to this person's heart. And on the other side, after all these words that are empty words, okay? They're dark words, the throat, the tunnel, okay? But the tunnel also represented their heart. When I speak words from my heart, those words travel up my throat, up my passageway, and out of my mouth, okay? There's life and death in what? The tongue. There's your heart, your throat, and your mouth. The words have to come out. So you're listening to these empty words, and they're dark words. These people are lying. This person is lying to you. And you're about to miss out on what God has for you by choosing to walk through this dark tunnel. Okay, there is no light on the other side. There was darkness. And I knew well enough to discern. I knew there was danger out there. I wasn't walking out there with that girl. And the Lord is showing you're getting ready to walk through this door by yourself because he's already told you. He's already sent his angels to work on your behalf. They've presented this person to you like this is who you're supposed to be with. You are so stuck on the past, and your past is dark. It's dark. Okay, this is for somebody because I did not know this girl in Waking Life, didn't know the man. I'm just the worker for Christ. Okay, Christina, follower of Christ. My middle name, Annette, means Hannah. It's a surname of Hannah, means favored. God has favored you, but you're still choosing to walk in darkness and trust in these dark words. This person does not mean well. You're standing and you're focused on this person. You desire this person. You want this person, not knowing that once you walk through that door, honey, you are going to walk with darkness. There's death on the other side of that door. So for this, I'm going to read 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verses 14 through 18. This is the Message version. It says, Don't become partners with those who reject God. How can you make a partnership out of right and wrong? That's not a partnership. That's war. Is light best friends with the dark? Does Christ go strolling with the devil? Do trust and mistrust hold hands? Who would think of setting a pagan idol in God's holy temple? Pagan, false god, okay? But that is exactly what we are. Each of us, a temple in whom God lives. God himself put it this way. I'll live in them, move into them. I'll be their God and they'll be my people. So leave the corruption and compromise. Leave it for good, God says. Don't link up with those who will pollute you. I want you all for myself. I'll be a father to you. You'll be sons and daughters to me. The word of the Master God. Okay, self-explanatory. Amos 3:3. I'm going to read Amos 3 verses 3 through 7, also the Message version, okay? Do two people walk hand in hand if they aren't going to the same place? Does a lion roar in the forest if there's no carcass to devour? Does a young lion growl with pleasure if he hasn't caught his supper? Does a bird fall to the ground if it hasn't been hit with a stone? Does a trap spring shut if nothing trips it? When the alarm goes off in the city, aren't people alarmed? And when disaster strikes the city, doesn't God stand behind it? The fact is, God, the Master, does nothing without first telling his prophets the whole story. God has already told you that this is not the person for you. He showed you, he sent his prophets to speak to you. He's given word to you, signs, wonders, miracles. You are still chasing this person. Do two people walk hand in hand if they aren't going to the same place? No. All of these questions, the answer was no, except when you get to the end. When the alarm goes off in the city, aren't people alarmed? Yes. This is your alarm, okay? When disaster strikes a city, doesn't God stand behind it? The fact is, God, the Master, does nothing without first telling his prophets the whole story. Okay? He's already told you not the whole story, but he's giving you enough for you to know that this person is not for you. That is enough of the whole story. Okay? Walk away. You can't walk with this person if y'all are not going to the same place. This person is dark. You are light. Light and dark does not mix. And in this dream, this person was choosing to walk in darkness, even though the light had been revealed. Okay, initially, I was trying to put this person together with this man that I knew was for her, but she chose to walk in darkness. She chose to leave the light to walk in darkness. And I hope y'all are following me. You're choosing to walk in darkness. But still, God, show me if this person's for me. He's already done that. He's already done that. You keep overlooking and making excuses. Something's wrong with this person. There's nothing wrong with the person he brought to you. You just have a very deep soul tie to this dark person. Allow God to break that soul tie. Or you're about to walk hand in hand with darkness, and this is not going to be a fun journey for you. This will not be a fun journey. She's trying to get me to calm down in the dream, saying, be cool. I can't be cool around darkness. I ran. But she didn't want this man on the other side to know that I knew something was wrong. So she's telling me to be cool. I'm not cool around darkness. I don't mix with darkness. Me and darkness are not going to the same place. So I took off running. I'm not in partnership with darkness. But she kept walking and trying to make it seem like it was okay. She did not want to alert him that I knew. Darkness don't like to be called out by the light. She's telling me, be calm. I told you to be calm, relax. I'm not calm and relaxed around darkness. It just does not sit well with me. And God is saying it shouldn't sit well with you either. Romans 3 verse 13, GW version. Their throats are open graves. The tunnel, guys, the throat, the passageway where words come up, okay? Death, okay? Their throats are open graves. Their tongues practice deception, lies. Deception is lies. Their lips hide the venom, poison, of poisonous snakes. These people, the tunnel, the throat is a grave, okay? It's darkness. This person's tongue practices lies. And if you choose to connect yourself to it, you're connecting yourself to poison. There's venom in those words. There's darkness on the other side of that door. Jeremiah 17 verse 9, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately sick. Who can understand it? God is the only person that can understand the heart, and he's showing you the dark tunnels of this person's heart. He's showing you the darkness of their throat, of their words that are filled with venom, poison. Anything that's venomous, a snake that bites you, it's going to poison you. You're going to die. Okay? You're going to die. Proverbs 23 verse 7 ESV, for he is like one who is inwardly calculating, meaning manipulative, okay? They manipulate things. Eat and drink, he says to you, but his heart is not with you. Y'all better catch that. This is self-explanatory. They're saying all these good things to you, but inside they're calculating, they're manipulating on how to trap you. What they're saying out of their mouth, it's not sincere. Their heart is not with you. It's with darkness. You are a business transaction to them. You are a business transaction to them. You are like their game of check, and they're trying to say checkmate, okay? Yeah. Make sure I hit every scripture that was given to me. Hold on, guys. Matthew 12, verse 35, the good person out of his good treasures, his heart, brings forth good, and the evil person out of his evil treasure, his heart, brings forth evil. Evil's darkness, okay? It's darkness. Yeah. That's it, guys. That's it. Whoever this is for, receive it. It was an important word. It is not for me, but it's for somebody. And I didn't know the person who was in this dream, but God is saying the tunnel you're walking through is dark, and there's no light at the end of this tunnel. So, yeah, this person is deceiving you, and you're falling into the trap. Darkness does not mix with lights. We just don't. We're not friends. We're just not friends. But that's it for this word. I love y'all. Let me get up off here. Bye.